Are you looking to move to an affordable place in Manalapan, New Jersey? Well, I got just a video for you. Today we're checking out two different neighborhoods that you can get into less than $500,000 in Manalapan. We're going to check out the neighborhoods, talk a little bit about them, take a tour of them, and then other than that, if it's your first time to the channel, my name is Steve McCutcheon, and I'm a realtor at Berkshire Hathaway. On the Live in Central New Jersey channel, we cover everything related to the Central Jersey real estate market. So if you'll be the first one to know what's going on in either Monmouth or Ocean County real estate, feel free to click the bell, hit the subscribe button. Let's get the video started. Our first community today is going to be Nob Hill. This is going to be located on the more western side of Manalapan and actually located off of Route 33, which runs east to west. So this road can actually bring you all the way east out into like the Jersey Shore area, so like Asbury Park, Belmar, those kind of towns. And actually brings you, pretty far out west too. You can get into Mercer County with this one. The nice part about it is you're about 10 to 15 minutes away from either Route 9 or the New Jersey Turnpike. Both of those will run north to south. Route 9 is going to be a non-toll highway, and then the New Jersey Turnpike is going to be one of the two major roadways that we have here in Jersey. That is going to be toll road, but not going to have any lights on, and a much simpler path for commuting. So where it's located, you can actually get to either New York City or Philadelphia. In my opinion, from here in this destination, Philadelphia is probably going to be a little bit easier, just for the fact that you have to drive east or west to get up to then go north into New York City, whereas you're gonna have to go out west towards Philadelphia anyway. So it's probably just a slightly easier, I'd say more of an hour and a half, whereas New York City from here, hour 45 to 2 hours. So not a huge difference by any means. You can get to either one pretty easily, but public transportation wise, there's not gonna really be a bus or definitely not a train in this area, in the Central Jersey area, to get you to either destination. So you would be forced to take the bus, but there's not gonna be one out to Philly. The only one to be able to get into would be New York City. So again, Philadelphia over New York City slightly in this destination, but the later development that we're going to check out is going to be the opposite. In terms of amenities for like just the Route 33 area, I would say Route 9 is definitely going to be better. So if you're wanting to go more towards the eastern part of Manalapan or the more northern part, that's going to have a lot more different shops, strip malls, and that kind of thing. Route 33, while it's not desolate, I'd say 10 to 15 years ago probably, it was definitely much more quiet a little bit, but they was doing a decent amount of new construction in this area up and down Route 33, and Manalapan, Millstone's going to get some. So they're building a little bit. It's nothing spectacular or crazy, but if you need to be able to find little things, there's CVS and Walgreens, you can there's Wawa right down the street. So there's a couple of different things like that. You have the Nob Hill Golf Course that we're going to show a little bit later in the video. So in this development, actually has a golf course. There's bowling alley across the street. There's Sportico, which is going to be an indoor sports complex. Monroe Sports Center, the same thing, not too far from here. So there's quite a bit to do in this area. It's just not like if you're looking for 20 different restaurants, shopping areas, that's not really going to be right here specifically. The closest one would probably be the Freehold Raceway Mall. They have over about close to 200 stores over there. Sorry if the wind gets picked up on the mic here, my apologies. But yeah, pretty much I would say Route 9 over Route 33 for amenities wise, but there's nothing around here. Now, getting into just Nob Hill, the community itself, like I mentioned, yes, there is a golf course for amenities-wise. It's not going to be a part of the complex, though, so it's just a Nob Hill Country Club. It's going to be semi-private. You can get onto it. I don't know if there's any type of, like when you live in the association over here, if you get any type of discounts or anything, you just have to kind of consult, I guess, the golf course. But that is one of the amenities that's pretty cool just to have in here. But in general, this complex, you're going to be looking at single families, townhomes, and condos. So it's pretty large. A lot of speed bumps. Make sure when you're driving around here, you're not going 40 or 50 by any means. The single family, you're going to have your own parking available to you. Townhomes and condos, you're going to have assigned parking, but also plenty of visitor spots here. There's so many unmarked spots. I had no problem finding one. I never do when I'm showing in the area. But you have all three options to you: single family, townhomes, and condos. The condos will be single stories. Townhomes will be two multi-level, and obviously the single families will is two. But in terms of price ranges, these single families and townhomes, they're going to be outside the 500,000 range that we're talking about today. So realistically, we're just focusing on the condos behind me here. And there's quite a bit of them throughout the entire development. Price point wise, they're sitting around $410 to $475. And that's from about 26 different sales over the past year, 21 that closed, 3 that are pending, and then 2 more that are currently active right now. So basically, it's definitely under the 500 range. And even if you have to go into a multiple offer situation, they still haven't hit that 500 part either. The layout of most of them, pretty much 95% of them, are going to be 2 beds, 2 full baths, and about just under like 1,600 square feet. So they're actually a pretty decent size. I know most condos you're going to be looking at aren't going to hit that square footage by any means. Most of them probably top out, at least in this price point, around like 1,200. So I think it's actually a pretty good value and bang for your buck. Price per square foot wise, it's actually going to be lower than some other areas in Manalapan as well. So again, is that just because you can't get to New York as quick, and maybe some people cut their search off a little bit farther north? Very possible there too, but otherwise I think it's a pretty solid value and bang for your buck, and let's go take a tour around the complex. Hope you guys enjoyed the tour we just took. We're at our second complex of the day, and that's going to be Oak Knoll. Compared to Nob Hill, this is going to be more north, about 15 minutes or so, and then I would say centrally located in terms of just Manalapan in general, maybe a little bit closer to the west because it's near the Englishtown border over there. So with Oak Knoll, you're going to be looking at about probably like 5 to 8 minutes away from Route 9, and then from the turnpike you are going to be farther. Same with like Route 33, probably about 15 minutes, maybe 20 from the turnpike from this location. So in terms of getting to New York City or Philadelphia, I would say New York City is going to be a little bit easier because you're going to have Route 9 in the area. Again, apologize for the wind. And then the Jersey Turnpike you could go to if you wanted to just skip the Route 9 in general, but I would just think 9 is going to be a little bit easier, more direct in that sense, because you just go straight north instead of having to go all the way west, then go north again. So about an hour and a half, hour 45 minutes from this location, whereas Philadelphia is probably close to that hour 45, 2 hours. So they kind of just like swap being a little bit farther north of Nob Hill. There are bus stops here though, so although you can't take the train from Manalapan, you can take buses. So this is going to be close to Gordon's Corner Road. There's a couple stops there, Taylor's Mill Roads, and you're going to have a bunch on Route 9. So you can basically just pick from whichever one you would prefer in that sense. So yeah, about an hour 45, or hour and a half, hour 45 from New York City, probably on a good day. If there's extra traffic, snowy, rainy, maybe a little bit longer. In terms of amenities, being that you're closer to Route 9 from this location, I would recommend going over there for anything shopping, dining related. You're going to have Target, Wegmans. It's a massive food store. If you haven't been there, definitely check them out. Home Goods. If you go a little bit farther north, you'll even go into like that Marlboro area. They have ShopRite, Home Depot, Lowe's, Costco. So you're pretty much about 15 minutes, maybe max 20 of anything that you'll possibly need, which is obviously good to have just convenience-wise living in Manalapan. Also, if you're you have kids in the area, or you have kids in your family and you live in this area, you'll have Manalapan Rec Center. That's going to be about 5 minutes away, close to the Manalapan High School, and that's going to have football fields, soccer fields, baseball fields. So you're going to have different youth leagues there. That sun is absolutely right in my eyes right now. And then you also have basketball, outdoor courts there, hockey rinks, and just a good overall time there. And while we're on the topic of just like having a family in general, I don't think I mentioned in the first part, but Manalapan school districts are really, really good, especially that elementary and middle school. So Manalapan's probably one of the higher rated ones in Monmouth County, especially in the more central part like we are right now. And then once you get into high school, you have Manalapan High School is going to be a part of the Freehold Regional High School District. Those are 6 different schools, all in the one district. So it's heavily funded. It's one of the best we have. I think it ranks 2nd in Monmouth County or 3rd. I use niche.com, so according to them, they always kind of flip-flop back and forth a little bit. So Homedale is going to be number 1, and that's typically Freehold Regional High School District or Upper Freehold. Ironically, completely separate from each other. Upper Freehold's way out west. But yeah, so Manalapan School District, very good. And that's why you see a lot of people moving to this area specifically, because being close enough to the city, typically bigger lots of land if you're going for a single-family home. Really great to raise a family. And if you're also looking for more information just on Manalapan in general, I've done previous videos on it. I'll link them in the description down below, and also just at the end of the video if you want to just click on them. It's like a 7 things to know video, pros and cons, just to kind of get you more information about Manalapan if I haven't touched upon what you're looking for in here. So back to Oak Knoll specifically, there's going to be townhomes, 2 to 3 beds, 3 to 4 baths, so typically either 2.5 or 3.5. And then you can see just some of them got the garages behind me right there. That sun is really getting to me here in that certain spots. And then square footage wise, anywhere between about 1,200 to 1,600 square feet. The one thing with the prices though is a lot of these are starting to get up there in price points for Manalapan. The last complex with Nob Hill, All the condos, single-story ones, were going to be under 500,000. This one, you'll see a lot of them listed and starting to list in the 500 range, or like maybe, between 450 and 475. But with the lack of inventory we've had, multiple offers, we are starting to go above 500,000, unfortunately. So it is still possible to get underneath 500, but a lot of them will be listed there, and some are going to be getting bid close to 500. The larger models here, though, like the max 3-bedroom one, 1,600 square feet, they can go upwards of 550, maybe even the close to 600. I don't know if anyone's touched there just yet. So price point wise, get in while you're hot in here in Manalapan. The reason I chose this development is because it's one of the lower townhome communities, or lower priced ones, and it's still very nice. So the only realistic ones that are going to be strictly under 500 are going to be Knob Hill, which we just covered, and then an adult community called Covered Bridge over on Route 9. So, and that's 55 plus, which is going to limit who lives there. And that pretty much wraps up the videos and the two communities that we're checking out today, guys. If you're looking to move to either one of them or just the Manalapan area in general, feel free to reach out. All my contact information is down low in the description and the comments. Whether you're 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, even year out, it doesn't matter to me. Let's just get you on the right path towards your real estate goals. And if you're looking to move to a different part of the Central Jersey area, check out the videos popping up and hopefully help you out a bit too. Have a great day.